Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful week. I am here today with your Wednesday evening video. Today's video, we are going to introduce to you the cut of the month cut file from Cut to You. So I have already cut it. I am very carefully removing the positive part of the cut file while leaving the negative part of the cut file. I'm doing this for a very specific reason, which we're going to see in a minute. So this month's cut file for September is very delicate and lacy and absolutely gorgeous. So I'm showing you here that there is a huge slice in this cut file. I chose this mat for a reason. So what I have here are a collection of Chroma Mist sprays from Brutus Monroe. I've taken away the positive part of the cut file. I've set it aside. And for all these little negative pieces, I am spraying all of these gorgeous, beautiful Chroma Mist colors all over this. I didn't ruin my cut file. Like, you would think that I would have ruined my cut file. I didn't ruin the cut file, or not the cut file. I'm going to keep saying that. When I say cut file, I mean the mat. I thought I would ruin the cut mat, which is why I chose the cut mat that was already damaged. But I didn't ruin it at all, which amazes me. So far I have gone ahead and sprayed with Copper Shimmer, Dried Herb, Mint. This one is a vintage mist called Vignette. And this one, which I think might be my favorite, is Evergreen, which has a little bit of mica powder in it. So the Evergreen and the Copper Shimmer are sparkly, and then the rest are flat. And I am putting layers of mist in here. I chose colors that I thought would work well, plus a lot of the colors I'm choosing are in like the brown coppery family, areas that look a little bit whiter than I would like. I went ahead and added more. Sometimes the mist would soak into the paper and I would think, oh, I want a little bit more of a more concentrated look, so that I'd add more mist. And then when it's all dry, this is how it looks. How beautiful is that? So you'll notice here that I have the positive part of the cut file, and I have another sheet of white cardstock. We are going to grab some Tear It tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I'm going to put this Tear It tape right along the outside edge all around the frame. Then I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of white glue to some of the centers of these little kind of flower or daisy shapes. I'm going to go ahead and adhere the cut file onto that extra piece of white cardstock. So now we have just a white on white textured background, and I think that this would look really pretty like this as well, just with the white cut file on a white background would be a fun kind of textured background. But for our purposes today, what I'm going to do is inlay the negative pieces back into the positive cut file and create my background with all of these gorgeous products. So let me just say, if you are someone who does not necessarily enjoy or like the look of a very kind of mixed media background, because you don't like the messiness of it, first of all, you've come to the right channel, because I don't either. And so I'm always looking for ways to use my sprays and my glazes and my watercolors and my mists in a way that it makes sense for my layout, in a way that adds a design element. I do like splatters, but in a very kind of controlled setting. And so this is a fabulous way to use gorgeous, gorgeous sprays. Coloring cut files with any kind of mixed media, I think, is just amazing. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go ahead and inlay this entire background. Did this take a long time? Yes, it did. Was it worth it? Yes, it was. It's so gorgeous. I am not going to make you watch me inlay all of this, but look at the finished product. All that gorgeous shimmery mist, all those beautiful patterns. We are going to create a layout with that background. Now we're going to do a really simple layout. I don't want to cover too much of this up, so I went through my printed photographs and I found a heritage layout. I haven't done a heritage layout in a long time, and I thought that that background was absolutely perfect for this photo. So this is a photo of my great-grandfather. My grandmother is the little girl in the photograph, and then her brother. And I don't know the story behind this photograph, but I imagine the story behind this photograph. So the three of them are standing in front of a little tent, and it looks like they're in their backyard. And because of the way the photograph is taken, I feel like my great-grandfather had set his camera maybe on a timer and had run over, and to get a photograph of him with his two kids in front of this tent that they probably put together. And I feel like if there was ever a photo where this saying, a photo is worth 1,000 words, if there was ever a photograph that resonates that, it is this photograph. I can imagine that this was something pretty special, that they had put together this tent in their backyard, and they probably had a camp out or, something. For embellishments, I am using some die cuts from Simply Stated Design. I love this company so much. Every time I have an opportunity to work with their products and create a layout with their products, I 1000% do. You will find something. If you head over to their website and just look around for a little bit, you'll find something you absolutely love. I have acquired quite a collection of products of theirs that I definitely need to use. One thing that they do amazing is their die cut packs are jam-packed full. So I have this particular line I'm using was from a kit that I got in, it was January's monthly kit, and it's already September. And I've used just about all of the paper. I think I have one sheet of paper left. But I have so many die cuts because their die cut packs are so ridiculous jam-packed. Like, so jam-packed. And I decided that these colors went together beautifully. And I love, you have, the photo is black and white, but it's also, outside with the tent. And I feel like the green and the browns, if the photograph was in color, the green and the browns would definitely 100% go with this layout or with this photograph. For a journaling, I'm going to journal on the back of this. I didn't find it an easy place to add journaling, and I was just loving how it looked, and the idea of, covering up more of the background to add a journal spot, it just didn't appeal to me. I'll be honest, just didn't appeal to me at all. So that's okay. Because I have what I think in my head is the story behind the photo, but I don't really know anything about this photograph other than it is my great-grandfather, my grandmother, and my great uncle, all together in front of a tent in their backyard. And that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead. I popped up some of these die cuts and added them to different sections. And if you're curious about that paper behind my photograph, that is gold vellum from, it's from Tonic Studios. I got, it's pearl vellum paper. It's a specialty paper. I got it from a Cherry on Top, and I will link it up in the description box along with all of the mists and all of the information on how you can sign up for the Cut of the Month Cut File Club. I think this is just gorgeous. I absolutely love my this layout, and I hope you do too. And if you are a member of the Cut of the Month Club, you should definitely have access to this cut file already, and I would love to see if you happen to create a layout with it. Be sure to tag me, and if it's on social media, because I always love every month seeing what all the other members of the Cut to You design team do with the cut file, and then what all of the subscribers do with the cut file, because I just think cut files are so fun and you can get so many different unique looks from them. It's wonderful. So that is where we are going to call this layout done for today. This is my layout, so I of course 100% had to add sequins to it. These are vintage heart sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I will link up the Spiegel Mom Scraps shop in the description box below. I say this all the time. Even if you can't, even if the exact sequin mix that I'm using is not in stock at the shop, you will find so many gorgeous sequin mixes there. This other one that I'm using, the one in the upper right-hand corner, that one is a new mix called Light It Up, and that one will be available in the shop. I don't think the Vintage Heart is available anymore. I think those sold out, which is why it is always a good idea to sign up for their emails and grab the pre-order bundles at the beginning of the month when the new mixes are released, because they do tend to sell out fairly quickly. Here are all of the beautiful close-ups of today's layout. Off camera, before I took the photographs, I added some Scrap and Happy Studio flair to my layout, and you can see those in the close-ups. As I was kind of putting stuff together, I stumbled across these and was like, oh, they're gorgeous. They need to go on this layout. And so there they are. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.